Hi everyone! In this video, I would like to mention some tank units that might be worth it to invest in order to progress your journey even further in Sword of Convallaria, whether on PvE or PvP content based on my knowledge so far. I hope this video could be a good reference for you and we could discuss more about it. And if you have some point that is worth to mention on what I think about these units, just put your thoughts on the comment section below. Before we start, I want to let you know why I make this video instead of legendary unit tier list. Obviously, there's so many good videos that discuss about it already, and I found all the reasonings on the tier list from other content creators is really on point. Other than that, I would like to help by giving some guidance, especially for a lot of free-to-play or Little Dolphins player out there that just want to enjoy the game with accessible units that they might possess on their account. I'll try to cover all the units that I could think of in a series of videos with main topics such as tanker roles, damage dealers, and healers. And I'm so sorry if I couldn't cover some good units out there because I don't really have experience on them. Without any further ado, we'll be talking about tanker roles in this video now. The first unit that we'll be talking about is Surpression. He's an epic rarity tank. He's also my favorite tank so far because not only he's good looking, he's looking so cool as well with the Romanian armor. His trait allow him to reduce any magical damage up to 20% at maximum stars and will give preemptive attack before being actively attacked by enemies within 3 squares from him, and also dealing piercing damage equal to 60% of his magical defense. And just to let you know, piercing damage is the strongest type of damage that won't be reduced by armor and could penetrate any shields, but it will be reduced still if you have disadvantages of the character's role type, like Defender is weak to Berserker, so the damage dealt would be reduced by 50%. At rank 3, he will have access to skill called Devout Guard, which is a healing skill that will dispel 3 debuffs and heal for 40% of his maximum health, and most importantly, taking all the physical attack for all friendly units within 2 squares from him, and also giving him another 40% of physical and magical defense, and this buff couldn't be dispelled. In this way, you could protect most of your fragile units from getting damage, especially all your DPS destroyer from DPS Watcher out there, without any maximum limit on how many times you could take the attack in one turn. And another thing, when this buff is active, it also increases the effectiveness of his trait by 200%. In the other way, you could double the amount of reduced magical damage that he has, and also the amount of the piercing damage that this unit will do to your opponent. I'll share the skill tree for your reference if you want to build him as a tank. The next one, we have Papal Paladin. It's a rare rarity unit, and he could be useful on certain stages, especially on weapon dungeons that I will mention later in this video. As a tank, his trait will allow him to possess an ability called Block, which is a 50% chance to reduce 20% of any physical damage when he got attacked from front or side. And if he has 3 or more buffs, he will reduce up to 15% more of physical damage with increased block chance up to 100%. This unit has some unique skill set that would be useful for you, such as an instant shield that will provide you with a shield with 20% of maximum health of the units, and since it's an instant skill, that means you could use it before you do some action or at the end of your turn of this unit. The second one, he got another 20% damage reduction when it got hit by a ranged attack. He could also have access for the skill called Impeccable at rank 7, which is a support skill that give him a buff that give him another 40% damage reduction and some immunity to certain debuffs for 3 turns with 5 turns cooldown. This unit has a really nice function, especially for the ranged weapon boss stage. He could tank the attack from the boss really well and lead your team to a successful battle. In other case, this unit could also be a useful tanker to protect your DPS unit from a single target physical attack just once per turn. I would personally recommend you to rank up this unit until the rank 7. No need to rank up higher, as this unit works perfectly just at that rank, even for the late game content. Here is my recommended skill tree if you want to build him as a tank. And the last one for this video, I have another tank to be mentioned. He is from the common rarity unit, and he's Mercenary soldier with the shield. This unit might be an optional, but if you have it on 5 stars and you don't have good enough tank that can take physical attack for your units, then this unit might be an option for you. His traits gains him a block ability and allow him to reduce damage taken up to 15% if he got attacked from the front, and increase his block chance up to 100%. The thing that I like about this unit is it has access to a stun shot skill, which is a hard CC that might be important to disable the enemy unit, and I could say you can build him to be a bit tanky with the skill that he has. I could say that this unit might be an economic version of Suppression, but less tanky against magic damage. He still has the skill called Global Guard, which allow him to take any physical attack for allies within 2 squares from him, and would give him a return buff that would make him to be able to counter attack with 70% damage of physical attack just once in every turn, as long as this unit has this buff. In addition to that, it will also provide him a block enhancements to reduce damage taken for any long range attack by 10% if he got attacked from the front. So just imagine if everything goes as your plan, you probably could have 15% plus 20% plus 30% and another 10%. In total, it will be like 75% physical damage reduction in total if this unit get attacked from the front. Amazing, isn't it? In my opinion, by focusing the damage absorption to one unit, which is a tank, your healing would be so much easier. Because some healer in this game might not have a big AoE healing, but has a big single healing skill. Same as Papal Paladin, you just need to rank this guy up to rank 7 and probably would be helpful in any PvE and hopefully PvP content as well. Well, this is all what I could share based on my experience in Taiwan server. Hopefully there are some points that might be useful for you by watching this video. Which one that you want to invest first? It depends on your strategy and team composition of what kind of role that you might need in your team to clear specific stages. And if you have any recommendation for epic to common units that might be worth it to invest for, please give your thoughts and comments below and share it to the community. Because I believe it might help a lot when people got stuck in doing stages on global server. Okay, bye now.